Welcome to my review of Asphalt 3D for the Nintendo 3DS. I recently came back to the States last night, and to my surprise, I have my 3DS waiting for me. And aside from that, the first thing that I decided to buy was Asphalt 3D. I've been a fan of Asphalt for probably years, since I played the first one on the original Nintendo DS. I like the first one, I played the second one, the third I could not play, and the fourth I believe was a DSiWare game, which was pretty good also. The fifth I believe is a phone game that never made it to the DS or anything else. But however, Asphalt 3D is a brand new game made for the 3DS, and unfortunately normally I would have video footage of the game. However, it's really hard to hold the camera and play a racing game at the same time, and I don't have any means of tripod at this moment. It broke and I can't get steady video game footage. In this corner right here, I will put video game footage of the game, but it's very shaky. You know, try your best to bear with it, please. Okay, now let's start off. For reviewing this game, graphically, it's really amazing. You know, I've never seen Asphalt in such graphics. It's really nice to see it. Comparing the 3DS to the PSP, I would say that they're equal in terms of graphics, but I'm more sure that the 3DS has better graphics, since these are all first wave games. Most of the graphical potential is untouched. The game is graphically very nice. It does have this like HD kind of like look to them. It's very cool looking. I'm sure when it comes to graphics, you're probably wondering how the 3D looks on it. For some reason, playing 3D on this game, it somewhat hurts my eyes a tiny bit, and it makes me feel weird playing it. But I don't think the slider has any options in 3D in this game. I think once you have it on, it's on. No matter how much you adjust it, it'll still look the same. Now, it could just be me, but I've checked the 3D slider on the game, and I feel that when it's on, even like the slightest touch, it'll look the same as when it's on max. And I don't really think that'll affect anything except battery life. I played it with a little 3D on. It does look pretty good, 3D. And I mostly played it off, strictly because I just feel it plays better. Plus, it runs at 60 frames per second on when it's turned off. As for sound in this game, the music, there is no playlist, there is no option to change the music or anything like that. But each stage has its own soundtrack, full song. And I really want to know some of the name of these songs. I mean, they're really good songs. It's amazing compared to what the previous games have had, which are just like little beats. This game has like full-fledged songs with lyrics. It feels sort of like Need for Speed Nitro for the Wii, except handheld, you know? Well, the music-wise, at least. Next would be gameplay. Like all Asphalt games, the gameplay is pretty much straightforward. A is accelerate, B is brakes, B is also reverse, and I think the R trigger, or R shoulder button, is your turbo, whereas your L shoulder button is to change the camera. Now, how this works is, you can never really win a race unless you use Nitro. You need to use Nitro either at the beginning of the race or during the race, and to me, in the old game, starting the race with Nitro normally helps, and this game doesn't seem to help much. But you can tap Nitro 3 times to get 3 boosts from red, yellow to red. From blue to yellow to red. And then if you have a full gauge of Nitro, you can tap R and you enter this weird surreal mode. Everything turns blue and you see like a red line for the course, and it just makes you so much faster. You can escape the police, you can hit cars, you can knock down anything. You're sort of invincible in a sense, but you can still hit a wall and die, or get busted, or, you know, crash and lose money. Most of the gameplay is the same as the previous games. The AI in the game is actually much better than previously, because in the first 2 games, they had this thing called catch-up AI, and how that works is, if you stop, the computer will slow down, but if you keep going as fast as you can, the computer will speed up to match you, or do better. In this game, the computer goes to their own speed, and because of that, it's a challenge. So if you screw up once, that's it. You gotta try your best to catch up and just beat them. And the police are pretty badass themselves. I mean, they come out of nowhere and they'll knock you off the road, or you knock them off the road. In the free play mode, there is a mode called Super High Speed Race, or Super Police Chase, I forget. But in that mode, the police are so much faster, there's 3 of them trying to knock you off the road while you try to finish, and it's just insane. It's fun. So, let's see. I did the graphics, music, gameplay. Replay value, for replay value, I think it's pretty high. I mean, like, all racing games have, like, high replay value to me. I don't like racing games, that's a funny thing. I just enjoy handheld racing games. I think they're more arcadey. And this game is very arcadey. You know, you'll always come back playing just for even like 5 minutes in a day. You'll come back to play the game over and over, and you'll unlock things slowly. Level 60 is the highest in the game, and you unlock the fastest car at that point. Plus, you can upgrade it further to make it even faster. It's just a really good game. If you like racing games, I recommend it. If you have a 3DS, like some other people who have recently got them, you should get it. It's a good game to start off with. Unfortunately, the 3D doesn't work too well, so you can't experience it to the fullest. But I guess, you know, none of the games you can really experience it to the fullest until like later on when they take full advantage of it. Also, you know, disclaimer: don't use the 3D too much. It'll hurt your eyes, and that'll suck. So be careful with that, and just, you know, have it turned off for the most part. It'll make the game even easier to play. For a rating, I would say out of 10, Asphalt 3D deserves at least a 7 out of 10. The reason why is for the good graphics, gameplay, mechanics, and music, and everything else. I feel that they could have added some more things to it. I mean, I'm not that far. I'm only level 6 in the game out of 60. But I mean, I played so many Asphalt games that I just know how they all feel and play. I'd say, if anything, they'll make if they made the leveling up system much easier, like they did in the previous games, where you can get experience. You actually know how fast you're going and how much experience you gain from things in the cash system. In Asphalt 4, for the DSiWare, I had like $1 million by the time I was like leveling up my car stuff by purchasing things. I had an extra $1 million just from playing. That's kind of weird to me. I think they should have made the cars purchasable as well too, for money, like they did in Asphalt 2. That would have been a nice thing. But, you know, overall it's a good game. The only thing I guess is lacking would be just having, well, this is really, you can't really take this accountable for the game. There needs to be more people with this game ready to play me pretty soon. Anyways, thanks for watching the review, and hopefully when I get another 3DS game I will review it, and I will work on having a better camera ready to record the DS. It's kind of hard to record a 3DS, or a DS for that matter, or any portable device, because it's hard to hold the camera and do stuff at the same time. So yes, Asphalt 3D for the Nintendo 3DS, you get a 7 out of 10 for good graphics, good gameplay, good music. However, I wish you had some of the things you had in the previous games. Thanks for watching.